time for the greatest little internet radio show, Blow the Whistle. Always live on SportsTownChicago.com and on Twitch at SportsTownShot. Time Butterball Beautyball. I knew this kid was going to be a complete mess, a youth mess, not mess. See, I think he needs to go to Allstate because when you're covered by mayhem, you'll be better protected. David Double D Dykstra.
Hope and pray to God that Jordan Love twists his ankle so bad that you get to see this godforsaken mess that is Sean Mother Trucking Clifford.
Nick No Gimmicks Johnston.
I'm sorry, but I can't. I mean, Josh Allen had the same stat line as Lamar Jackson. You're not getting him any fuss. He literally has one less touchdown than Lamar Jackson, and you're not saying anything.
Tyler Buterbaugh, David Dykstra, and Nick Johnson. Your greatest little internet radio show everywhere you go.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to Blow the Whistle here on SportsTownChicago.com. I hope you're all having a most fantastic and wonderful Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, because we are coming to you live here from the Illinois Media School in the O'Hare campus. I am your host, running things here, Mr. Andrew Pepe Valentin. I'm here with my boys,
David Double D Dykstra. No gimmicks, Nick Johnston.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And this is feeling weird, by the way, too. I haven't done this in so long. But
You and me both.
yeah, absolutely. But, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all, again, having a wonderful day.
Nick's like, I'm good.
Yeah,
We're just fine.
We are all here. We are all here to be ready to talk some sports because, my goodness, if Monday didn't bring you enough of the football, we still got plenty more to come here, ladies and gentlemen. It is nonstop with that football talk, of course. For the NFL, obviously, we'll have some stuff to discuss there. We'll also have some Major League Baseball news to talk here as well, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, we had the official order of the MLB draft was taken, as well as some pretty big signings have already been announced. Some we haven't really even discussed that happened a while back. Some recent ones that are obviously a little bit of a shocker. And then we got some NBA talk as well. I think we're going to get into maybe talk some Bulls. And my God, that team, what a hot start to what a hard slide.
We got sold a bag of goods on that one.
Yeah, they came back down to earth real quick.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be discussing that and probably a little bit more with the NBA. Obviously, still early on in the season, but rumors are heating up now. Obviously, some trade rumors are starting to talk already. So we're going to talk all that and more, and then we're probably going to be going off the rails here at the very end. So you gentlemen are ready to get to this?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, to kick things off with, let's talk into the NFL, shall we? Because if you don't know, there's a team in Indianapolis called the Indianapolis Colts that have had some problems at quarterback as of late. Well, Daniel Jones is down with an ACL. Anthony Richardson's out after shoulder surgery. And Riley Leonard, their third-string quarterback, is now week to week with an ankle sprain, I think it is, if I'm not mistaken. Basically, everybody's out. They're in desperation. They needed a quarterback, and they interviewed apparently like 14 different candidates to try and find somebody for the job. Well, they did, folks.
They didn't interview Cam Newton.
Yes, no, they didn't. They didn't.
Johnny Unitas?
No, actually, they were not interviewed, believe it or not. But they did find somebody. He's at the old retirement home. They snuck in there, and they got Grandpa out of his rocking chair, folks. Phillip Rivers is back. He's back with the Colts. He's back in the NFL, yes. Yes, 44 years old. He is now officially the oldest quarterback in the NFL and officially the oldest player, I believe, now in the NFL active on the roster.
Which, no more discussion on whether Phillip Rivers is going to get into the Hall of Fame this year.
No.
That's done.
That's out now. So yeah. It's obviously a bit of a interesting move to say, but from what we have come to understand, apparently there's a lot still connecting him with the Colts. I guess they've still been in contact. Apparently he's even been like running his offense in high school.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, he's running Steichen's offense for his son.
For his son's
high school team.
Which is maybe why he's a top recruit as a quarterback, for all we know. Very good, I will say.
Which I was wondering, like, how is he not have a son that's not NFL ready already?
He's going to be playing with his son, who's like a wide receiver, like LeBron with Bronny kind of thing. Yeah, he's got a full football team of kids at this point. Or at least
the closest thing to getting Frank Gore and Frank Gore Jr. out there.
Seriously.
Yeah.
But I guess the question I'll pose out to you, gentlemen, and then to the rest of you folks, obviously, what what are we taking away from this with Phillip Rivers stepping into this Colts team that still looks playoff bound, still I think has the bones to be there, but now not having Daniel Jones, not even having any of the other two quarterbacks, where does Phillip Rivers fit into this, and how does this impact the Colts? Nick, start it off, man.
I mean, this needs to be as simple as just be the bus driver. Be the bus driver. Don't get hurt because you're 44 now. You're probably going to get, Danielle Hunter from the Texans screaming off the edge.
Oh God,
Their first two games are Seattle and Houston.
Yeah, we looked at their last 5. We looked at the last 4 games. They could lose out, honestly.
They could.
They don't have this isn't looking very good. Like I said, this is just as simple as just like I said, get there, give the ball to Jonathan Taylor, find a way to just kind of lob up the ball to Michael Pittman Jr. and Alec Pierce, and that's kind of be about it. That's really all you need to do because again, if it's as simple as you're very much aware of it, you're running it through your kid's high school team. It should be exactly that. Like you should be able to recognize stuff, and at least that is kind of already done for you. You don't need a whole preseason or 6-7 weeks to. Oh, jeez, you need like 7 or 8 weeks to get prepped there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that with that little bit already gone, it should be serviceable. But by God, this is not the best situation.
Right. Yeah. It definitely doesn't bode well for what their futures picks were before. Obviously, a lot of people definitely favored them to be like, no, they should be one of the top teams, and now it's kind of like, man, do they finish the season out with a winning record? Like,
I feel like this is like one of those like barbershop, like, they'll pick up anybody. They'll pick up anybody off that. Yeah, just throw Phillip Rivers in there, and they'll be like, oh, they actually did that. I was just joking. Like,
right.
Yeah, I don't know. This is bonkers.
Absolutely.
Is it true that he's getting 17 back?
Yes. He is. Daniel Jones gave him the jersey. They're putting Rivers on the back, so he's going to wear out his old
memoriam.
Yeah. I mean, he's not dead.
I know.
So, but yes, essentially, it's like, welcome back. Praise you, please. Yeah, it is definitely. It feels like there is like a simplicity. There should be simplicity to this offense for sure. I mean, David. I mean, your thoughts on it too. I mean, obviously, I agree with what Nick was saying. Obviously, with the offense, but do you think that Phillip Rivers could maybe? Is there an element that maybe we're missing that you think he could add to the Colts potentially?
Better arm than Daniel Jones.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Without a shadow of a doubt. I think even at the interesting thing is if you talk to old quarterbacks who have retired or old football players, quarterback's one of the easier ones as long as they've kept their arm oil and lubed this whole time. And if his son's the quarterback at the high school where he's coaching, his arm's lubed. Pause. But that being said, you've got a less mobile quarterback as well, which therein lies. Let Jonathan Taylor drive the bus. Look at your offensive line and go, listen, we need you to play like you played the first 9 weeks of the season, not the last however many, three or four. Then that play action pass comes into play. You brought up 2 great wide receivers that they have there, average to above average. You forgot one, though. The rookie, Tyler Warren, I think is going to become key in this passing offense now. And if he can get going, that might churn some wheels. But like you said, that last back half of their schedule is
Seattle, 49ers, Jags, Texans. And you be like, oh, scoff, and like the Jags and Texans, they are playing with their hair on fire.
They're all defensive structured teams right now. They're all playing well.
Yeah. The only one that isn't is San Fran. San Fran's defense is just in shambles because of injury.
I feel like they're scoring 40 points a game right now.
Yes. Seattle is whipping lesser teams.
Yeah. Well, Witherspoon right now is becoming a shutdown corner all of a sudden. The first half of the year, he was struggling, and then all of a sudden, it's like, I got it. Like, it clicks all of a sudden for him.
And they're already on a 3-game losing streak, the Colts are. So this is do or die. You need to get this done.
And everybody's like, I can't believe they made this call. I can't believe. It makes sense when you hear the details. If he truly has been calling Steichen every week to learn more and more about this offense, who's better to come in there and be like, I can play today if you need me to. I know this offense inside and out.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Well, and you mentioned obviously Tyler Warren too. If If there ever was a quarterback that you talk about being any better with a tight end, I don't think.
Oh, he's salivating.
This is like, I get Antonio Gates, but like on bigger, stronger, from a bigger college. Like, yeah, absolutely. Like, this has to be like your bread and butter go-to, I would assume. And even with, listen, this very much feels like his San Diego days with the Chargers, where Michael Pittman's your Vincent Jackson, and you've got your Malcolm Floyd with Alec Pierce. You've got your Antonio Gates with Tyler.
LT turned into JT.
Yeah, exactly. Like, everything feels like it was there when he was obviously younger. It's just, yes, like you guys have said, the offensive line, now more than ever, you need those guys to be solid up front, because he wasn't mobile even when he was 27 and 24.
That's fair.
Now at 44, he is going to be a statue back there.
What's the update on Juice? Or on Sauce? Jesus.
I think he was questionable still, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was moved to questionable.
To me, that's the key for the Colts defense. Ever since Sauce has been out, they've been lost.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have that lockdown cornerback.
Lost without the Sauce.
Yeah.
They
took it away from
They
us.
were lost in the Sauce.
They were lost in the Sauce, yeah. Now they're lost without the Sauce, possibly.
Yeah.
But that, to me, is a key addition as well. If he can come back and get into the mix, that helps your defense out exponentially, because then more than likely you've got at least one wide receiver locked down on every play.
You guys see that I think there's about a 300 passing yard difference between Phillip Rivers and Matthew Stafford. And some people were just sitting there like, yeah, it's the only reason Phillip Rivers wanted to come back and said, saw Stafford getting a little too close. Like, no, sorry, pal.
Not my record.
Yeah, not happening.
Ain't happening.
I mean, that would be good if that was the reason why. But I'm intrigued to see how this plays out, because if in fact he's been keeping in shape, if in fact he's been staying with Shane Steichen and learning this offense and everything, then I don't think it'll be seamless, but there should be less cracks in the offense than
You're not handing the ball off first and second down every freaking possession.
Exactly. Yeah. They shouldn't be stacking the box the way they should. Like, yes, no doubt, Jonathan Taylor should be a huge focal point of this offense, of course. But this doesn't mean that you still can't have the 3-step, 5-step drop back from Phillip Rivers and I would just say slants, crossing routes, curls, like quick stuff out there. Just get the ball out of your hands and move it down the field kind of stuff. But the schedule, like you guys said, like this is the 49ers one, maybe gets you that 9th win, maybe. But even then, that's hard to say because
they've been trying. The 49ers are just weird.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Brock Purdy's playing, and they're still finding, well, like we said on Monday, there's 3 letters. CMC.
Right. Yeah.
And as long as he's on the field, they have a chance to win.
Absolutely. Looking at the schedule, looking at all these teams, everybody's defense has been sound so far this year.
I don't know if there's a better deep. I've actually watched them the last 2 weeks.
Who?
The Texans are freaking unreal.
The Texans are having historical numbers.
Greg Olson on Wake Up Barstool described him as basically similar to the Seattle Seahawks, the Legion of Boom, where it's less like it's just straight up where this is where we're lining up. Come and beat us.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of like glitz and glamour. It's just straight up where this is where we're lining up. We're better than you, and we're gonna hit you hard. And it's as simple as that. So
it's incredible too, because this is that team, that Seattle team, who was obviously unbelievably good. They never had pass rushers like this. I'm watching Will Anderson. I'm watching Danielle Hunter, and I'm watching those two guys just. It's like a hot knife through butter. Like it's impossible to stop.
It's simple math. Where like I said, if you okay, go ahead, double team both of them. Okay, then that means that one person is going to come in uncovered. Okay, single block one of them.
Right.
Well, most likely they're going to beat that guy 1-on-1. So it's not fair.
No.
Yeah, right now it's just straight up not fair.
It's
not fair.
Yeah. It's incredible to watch this, and obviously for the Colts, I mean this I guess puts them still in that hunt for the title for the division. It's just again, it's difficult because obviously Houston's been playing so well. Jacksonville's the one that kind of confuses me. They're the one that just kind of fascinates me because the offense has been so. I feel like
I heard this today and I kind of freaking like it. Jacksonville all depends on if Sunday Trevor Lawrence hits his alarm and decides, you know what, it's a good day to play football.
Yeah,
or not.
That's fair.
Even when I looked at a couple box scores in the past few weeks for Jacksonville and Trevor, like even when he has struggled, he had like 3 interception games against the Cardinals, they still end up winning.
Yeah,
like Their run game, Travis Etienne Jr. is looking like 2023 Travis Etienne Jr. With a little bit of like a kind of a 1-2 with him and Tootin. But Jacoby Myers is now a household name,
Right.
so he's getting passes. Brenton Strange is doing pretty good.
Yeah. I was gonna say he's a good tight end. I mean,
Penn State tight ends are ruling the world right now.
I was wondering why they got a pop out of you for like Brenton Strange.
Brenton Strange,
Like,
Theo Johnson, Tyler Warren, Gesicki, Freiermuth.
they literally NFL right now for sure, and I don't know what to make of them. Like they're 9-4, but like it doesn't feel like they're a good 9-4. You know, it's just
Believe it or not, they're buying into Liam Cohen.
Oh yeah.
They're completely buying into Liam Cohen.
It must be.
They're leaning into the goofy, and it's working for.
Let's just hope it doesn't turn into a Mike McDaniel type of goofy.
That's the thing. Well, there's a possibility the Dolphins make the playoffs.
That one threw me too. When we're sitting here at they're 1-6, and now we're still like, okay, maybe playoffs,
right?
And no longer Mike McDaniel. Like, he's still kind of on that fire,
and not joking about it because if you look at their last 4 games, it's not difficult to see them running the table.
No, they have every opportunity. Their destiny is within their own hands. They just have to not play stupid football, essentially, because it's the Steelers, it's the Bengals, it's the Bucks, and it's the Patriots. And the Patriots would probably be the only one that I would say is like a guaranteed loss because
is it in Foxborough?
It'll be in Foxborough, but however, it's the last game of the year, so they could be.
And this is when
Drake May.
Right. Sitting everybody,
which I don't think Vrabel would be that kind of guy.
I don't think so either.
Belichick never was that dude either. He never sat. Well, Brady never wanted to sit number 1. But I don't. If Vrabel did that, because that could mess up the, chemistry or the hot streak, whatever you want to call it, kind of thing. But I just like Tampa is kind of reeling at this point.
Yeah, they're not the same team as they once were.
They've lost them. Although I think
Mike Evans just came off IR.
He did just come off IR.
Baker's playing hurt.
Yeah,
he has to be.
He always is. I feel.
Yeah,
even his Cleveland days, I feel like he was just on like one arm and his abdomen.
One arm and a prayer. He would
prayer.
take those big hits, and he would take a huge sack, and like you could see his body like bend the wrong way, and he would get up and just like dust himself like, I'm fine. He's like, he had to have broken a rib or something.
Oh yeah,
like he just got snapped in half by TJ Watt. There's no way you're walking just fine. Like it's impossible. But yeah, and even the Steelers, even the Steelers right now are just in this.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers did throw for 284 yards on Sunday.
He did. I don't know what. Again, I don't know what to. I mean, I say this for a lot of these teams. I don't know what to make of Pittsburgh. Like they are the divisional leaders right now, but I'm like, yeah, but for how long?
It hangs on that. Like, do you want my answer to that? Because I've watched pretty much every single Steelers game. It's all predicated on that defense.
Yeah.
If that defense can hold, and Rodgers doesn't feel like he has to play hero ball the entire time, and his wide receivers run the correct routes on a hot read. That's a whole different story.
That's why they got Adam Thielen, the best route runner in the
NFL. I love the fact that he threw them under the bus. I love it.
I didn't hear.
After before the Baltimore game, their last game where they lost, he goes, my wide receivers need to be in the wide receiver room to learn their routes on a hot read.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
because he had legit a hot read that was perfect, and if the wide receiver had broken to the left instead of the right, it would have been a touchdown, and he threw it to the left thinking he was going to be there, and you just see him go in Aaron Rodgers fashion,
ballistic,
mother effer.
Get him off the field. Oh, that's brutal.
Shaking the head, pulling the straps really hard. The classic A-Rod look of distress, which, I mean, look,
he's not wrong, though.
He's not wrong, but, I mean, again, I don't know if I agree with throwing your teammates under the bus like that. If it gets the right results, though.
Here's the problem.
That's the thing.
If it only happened in that game,
yeah,
I wouldn't have. I'd been like, okay, that's a little much.
Right.
But when it's consistently, and you see it in every game, he'll throw a timing route, and the dude goes in the direction, and he's just going,
What the frig?
Yeah. It's understandable, but I don't know. Is Adam Thielen the answer to that? Like,
He's already the number 2. Basically.
That's the
No,
thing
he
is
is
that
the
he
number
becomes
2.
the number 2 receiver.
The whole Calvin Austin's going to take the next step this year.
That experiment's, I think,
Gone.
Yeah, that's
gone.
I haven't heard his name be called in weeks.
Yeah, he's probably just
He's leaning on DK, Jalen Warren, and Freiermuth.
And now Gainwell too is getting some touches as well.
Yeah, again, this NFL season has been wonky to say at best for sure. So, look, but for what the NFL is, I mean, especially for the Colts, good luck, Phillip Rivers. I got like 6 cans from my grandmother. If you need one by any chance, a walker too. I don't know. I really hope that those guys put a rocking chair in his
Ibuprofen.
Yeah, that will be your new best friend.
Epsom salt.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for our NFL talk. Obviously, let us know what you guys think as well at Blow T Whistle 1 on all their social medias in there. But when we do come back, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of things, a lot of home runs being hit right now in the offseason for baseball. We're going to be talking about that here next on Below the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com.
Chicago Sports for sure.
SportsTownChicago.com.
It's the summer of coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. To reach peak summer mode, you need your summer coffee. Like a smooth, new s'mores frozen Dunkin' coffee, a refreshing butter pecan iced coffee, or a sweet coconut cream by cold brew. What could be better than an iced or frozen coffee on a hot summer day? Nothing. Dunkin' Donuts has all your favorite flavors this summer. So come enjoy the summer of coffee and keep cool out there, kids. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
When car dealers fight for your business, you win. AutoJudo.com makes car buying fun by letting dealers compete for your business live. Real-time Auto Judo fights are the fast and easy new way to get multiple dealers' best offer on any car you want. It's free and anonymous. Only the dealer you select as the winner of your Auto Judo fight receives your contact info. You're never obligated to buy, so test drive your best deals now at AutoJudo.com. Dealers fight, you say.
Yo, check it out. We got the finest pizza in all the land. Italian Fiesta is on deck, and I'm telling you, it's a hit. These pies don't miss. No matter what time you get the munchies. Pepperoni, extra cheese, turkey Italian sausage, they got all the toppings. Italian Fiesta delivers until midnight during the week and 1 a.m. on the weekends. Plus, you can use your Uber Eats or Grubhub if you got the app. And if you ain't rocking with the pizza that night, try one of their sandwiches or pasta. And they have plenty of side dishes, just like me, if you know what I mean. Hop online and go to ItalianFiesta.com or call 773-684-2222. Piece of pizza, that is.
There's only one place to watch your favorite sports team and have mouth-watering pizza. Come on down to Moretti's Pizzeria, where you can get a pizza for half the price every Tuesday. Try out our delicious varieties of pizza, sandwiches, and much more. I don't know about you, but a gooey mac and cheese pizza with a size of cheesy mozzarella sticks and watching sports sounds like paradise to me. Stop by at one of our 12 locations near you. We're open 7 days a week, anywhere from 10:30 a.m. to midnight. Visit our website, Moretti'sRestaurants.com, for delivery, catering, and even private parties. Moretti's, we bring the fun.
Did you know that Club New in Aurora is the ultimate entertainment complex? Monday nights, it's free football and darts in the sports bar. Tuesday night is league night. Join the pool and darts team. Wednesday night is ladies' night at Club New. All the ladies get in free. Gentlemen pay a $5 cover after 9 p.m. Thursday night starts the weekend off right with college flashback night. Low price drinks, retro music, and an awesome buffet. Friday and Saturday night, it's the hottest dance club in the suburbs. Club New Nightclub and Sports Bar is located at 2121 New York Street in Aurora.
You've tried the hit places, but they leave you hungry with an empty wallet. That's where Gretel comes in. They got what you really want. Visit their chic, lounge-like gastropub and try one of Chicago's top burgers, the Gretel Griddle Burger. The house-made bun and garlic aioli set this one apart from the rest. And don't miss half-price oysters, 4 to 6, Monday through Thursday. With rotating drafts, craft cocktails, and portions that don't skimp. This is one of Logan Square's best-kept secrets. Monday through Thursday, 11 to midnight. Friday and Saturday, open till 1. 2833 West Armitage. Gretel, let's make this a night. Visit GretelChicago.com for menu and more.
Some of us are true professionals, folks.
Yeah. I can tell I do this every day, all day.
Of course.
Jesus.
I love you, buddy. Welcome everybody back here to Blow the Whistle here on SportsChannelChicago.com.
Nick, can I buy you a new pair of headphones for Christmas?
Just on the way. Don't worry. It's on my. I'm pretty sure it's on my Elvis list.
Like you have this.
Yep.
You look like you have the hat with the safari flaps that like cover the back and stuff.
It's okay. I'm not offended. I found these, so that's okay.
I love it.
One man's trash is still another man's trash, but
Usable trash.
Yeah,
exactly. Usable trash.
As long as they work, that's all that counts. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew Valentin here with David Dykstra and Nick Johnson. We just got done talking about the NFL. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we move into some baseball talk because some teams have really been hitting some big old home runs here in the offseason, like I mentioned. None more so, I guess I should say right now, than the current news that's been dropping of MLB free agency, which I guess is free agency. It's just not official free agency. And that is the Baltimore Orioles and Pete Alonso have officially agreed on a deal, finalizing a 5-year, $155 million contract, which...
Sorry, Kobe.
Yeah. R.I.P. to all Mets fans out there.
Yeah, R.I.P. to all Mets fans. Just there, like, Frank the Tank is losing his mind.
Oh, man. Biting his coat and everything. Just,
100. He called... Did you not see his reaction to the Edwin...
I was about to, and then I swiped off of it because I'm just like I don't know if I can deal with this.
Oh, he said they're going to lose 194 games.
Yeah. I love that.
If only that was possible.
They're going to make up some games, and then they're just going to lose those anyways. Like
they're going to lose all their spring training games, and then
that's great.
Oh man, this is obviously huge because we've already heard some big names, and we'll kind of get through some of these other names here very soon, too. But obviously, this being the most recent one, as of right now, he was on his $24 million option, I believe it was, with the New York Mets, opted out of that to become a free agent. There was a lot of speculation if he would sign back with the Mets, if he would possibly be looking for a new team. And it was, of course, all connected to a lot of the top contenders out there. This kind of surprises me that it's Baltimore, considering where they were at and all the rumors that have been around them and speculation of possibly trading Adley Rutschman and a lot of their other talent. Like it's been a lot. This is kind of that move that I throw a question mark on. It's good, but I'm just not sure where it goes. David, what are your takes from it?
This to me is Baltimore. We talked about it before the show. This is Baltimore backing up what they were saying.
Yeah.
We're going to go out and get what we need to get to be a contender next year in the AL East, if not the AL in general. This brings veteran leadership into that young clubhouse, and it is and I think honestly, truly, that is what they were missing last year.
Probably,
and maybe part of the reason why you had a sophomore slump, or guys who had produced in years past slumping.
You came off 100 winning games, and then what, like 70 this last year, maybe a little bit more.
I believe so.
So yeah, it's a big, and that I agree with that for sure.
And now you have a guy in there that if a guy who's not as seasoned as he is going through some issues, hitting, fielding, whatever it may be, can take him aside and go, hey, listen, this is not to say this will work for you, but this is kind of how I approach it when things are going sideways. This might help you, right your brain, help you out, and let's see how it works, kind of thing.
I mean, I can see that. I've always wondered if Alonso was that guy. You know what I mean? Like, I've never been certain if he was like a locker room like leader. Maybe this will be his chance to prove it. I just always felt like he was just one of the guys that was there. Maybe there's more to it, but
I definitely felt like he was like the heart and soul of that Mets team.
No,
I'm sure Nimmo was maybe like a.
But is he like the locker room? Like, I'm going to speak up and I'm going to talk and be like a mentor to the younger guys. That's what I'm always
maybe similar to like when Jose Abreu was on the White Sox, like the silent leader type deal.
Okay,
kind of leading by example. And
there you go.
Kind of just leading.
I could see that.
Yeah,
I could definitely see that.
Yeah. Quickly, I'm just 91 wins in 2024, 75 wins last year in 2025.
That is
such a big turnaround for exactly that. For, like you said, Austin Jackson, who was struggling, who came up and came back down and came back again.
Right.
Gunnar Henderson didn't really see all of him at all throughout the year. And like you said, Adley Rutschman was struggling. They lost. Or didn't they gain the? No. They lost the. Who's ever hit like 44 home runs the year previous, and then he went on to Toronto and did nothing. That was also kind of my point too. Irrelevant. So, but what is relevant is the fact that you saw the Blue Jays acquire Dylan Cease. You saw they're still trying to get some more pieces. So this might just be the Orioles like, all right, we gotta exactly that. Back up what we're saying. He did say that the GM is like, yeah, we're gonna spend some money this offseason. We're gonna get some people going.
Absolutely.
And now it's just like, all right, now we just have to contend with the Blue Jays now. Now we gotta still contend with the Yankees, but like I said, the Blue Jays are putting the gas on the pedal right now.
No, absolutely. Well, and this is interesting too because I thought there was a lot of people that were speculating, is he going to be worth $200+ million? And I think it's interesting that obviously Kyle Schwarber signs his new deal back with the Phillies, 5-year, $150 million contract. And I thought, okay, so that sets the precedence of what you're looking for in your big boy home run hitter, and makes sense. That's exactly kind of what Pete Alonso had last year. He's at 272, 347, and a 524 slash line. He had 38 home runs, 126 RBIs. God, I did not realize he actually did that well.
Yeah,
I was not paying attention to his stats at all.
He did not have one of those Pete Alonso years, but he had a great year for anyone else not named Pete Alonso.
Yeah, definitely.
Potential opening day lineup for the Orioles is Taylor Ward, Gunnar Henderson, Jordan Westberg. You have Pete Alonso hitting cleanup, Samuel Basallo, Adley Rutschman, Jackson Holiday, Tyler O'Neill, and Colton Cowser. That's a pretty stacked lineup.
That's a good lineup
and
for them.
And I think with Holiday hitting where he's hitting, that might take a little pressure off of him to be the guy that everybody knows that he's going to be eventually.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, definitely, especially when you're the son of a legendary baseball name and you're also a top prospect in base. Like, yeah, all of that goes off when all of a sudden you got Pete Alonso who's like, don't worry about it, I got it. Like you said, though, Nick, he could be the silent leader that shows by example. So, obviously, a huge signing for Baltimore. Yes, as he mentioned, too, you got Dylan Cease, who signed a giant contract with Toronto, which I was a little shocked by, I'll be honest. I didn't think they would do that.
He was going to be the top free agent pitcher this offseason, and he's coming off 5 straight years of 200+ strikeouts, which it's only him, Chris Sale, and like Max Scherzer who's done that in the past like 5 or 6 years. So
yeah,
I think that's pretty. Well, his number was pretty appropriate for how much he's getting paid. I think. Always being a White Sox fan, I'll always root for Dylan Cease. That's just me.
That's fair. I mean, as somebody who's newly acquired to the Blue Jays fan basis, I'm very happy. It's a good signing because obviously they needed stronger pitching. I thought for the World Series, obviously they have Savage and Barrios,
Savage,
who really showed up, big time. There was just that like one other guy they could have needed, and hopefully this is like that piece where you can that plus whatever they've added now to the bullpen with Ponce and a few other guys. Like hopefully that can round this out.
I know we don't have our Cub guy in Tyler here, but is it now kind of like? It's getting a little rough now for the Cubs to try and acquire some sort of offensive piece to get that back into the thing. I mean, what's left?
It's feeling tight.
Bregman's the only one that
That's been their main target.
And that's who they've put all their attention on.
Bregman. I know Kyle Tucker's still out there, but I see him getting interested by basically everyone else but the Cubs.
Yankees.
Dodgers and Yankees are still the top ones.
Bellinger, not a peep about him. Already re-signed Schwarber, Pete Alonso on the way. For what it's worth, Cedric Mullins is going to the Rays, so
which
losing not even a guy like him.
Right. Which I heard just under the radar that the Cubs did offer Schwarbs a deal, and it was more than what the Phillies offered.
Really? Okay.
And he chose to go.
Stay home. Just start.
Dustin Rhodes and I talked about it. Dustin thinks he's still a little PO'd.
Really?
At the organization
about the breakup they had.
Yeah,
that could be the case. I would think if you're going to be that.
He did just compliment the Kane County Cougars, though, saying that's one of the best places to play ever. So
that's true.
So close to the city.
I would hope that's not a case that you would hold that kind of a gripe. But I think, listen, you're going to a better organization in Philly. Like they're a possible championship caliber team with him part of it.
Well, we had a Philly guy on today, and he goes, listen, Kyle Schwarber is one of the few guys in Major League Baseball that literally no one has anything bad to say about.
That's crazy.
It's true.
He's that leader in the locker room. He's that guy that he talks to everybody. He's friends with everybody. And then that's why I'm like, I love it. I love it. I don't care if you bat 186 as long as you're hitting dingers, dude.
Yeah.
That's what he hit 195 or whatever on the year, but had like 50 or 60 home runs, something like that. 56 home runs.
56 home runs.
It's crazy. Absolutely insane.
Third most all-time postseason home runs.
He's unreal as a baseball player because I would hope he would be able to make more contact, but like you said, if he's hitting home runs, it doesn't really.
They played him in the perfect position last year, hitting in the 2-hole.
Yeah.
My favorite stat about him is just he's hit a home run in every single NLCS, ALCS, NLDS, ALDS, wild card for the AL, wild card for the NL World Series on both sides. He's crazy.
Unreal how good that kid is. All right, just real quick for the last two kind of just mentions on there, and then we'll get to the White Sox news. Diaz obviously signing with the Dodgers, and then the Mets obviously losing out on Edwin Diaz, also picked up Devin Williams, former Yankees closer. Just shooting that out there to you guys real quick. Your thoughts on that? I mean, for Dodgers getting Diaz and obviously Mets getting Williams.
Yeah, Diaz was a head scratcher. I saw Michael K's reaction was kind of like, this guy's Cohen's or whatever. He's worth $22 billion. Like, why couldn't you shell out another $3 extra million or so?
Well, from what I understand, if this is really the case, they did offer the same amount and then offered, I guess, $10 million more, like as a guarantee.
Okay,
but I guess Edwin Diaz said, "No, I've got an offer from the Dodgers. I know where it's at. I'm going to LA." And I can't fault the guy. Like, you see a championship team that's obviously interested in you, and it's still substantial money. Like, I'm not worried about at all. And I love Edwin Diaz myself. I mean, he'll drive you crazy with his, like, maybe I'll win you the game, maybe I won't. It's up to I have to figure out my pitches. Like, I get that. The Devin Williams to the Mets thing is just where my head scrambles because he blew like 25 games for the Yankees last year. He had like over 4. He's like a 4.3 ERA, something like he was not a good. He was not the same Milwaukee Brewers closer that we saw.
I can't quite put my finger on it, but the fact that he got signed before Edwin was let go.
Yeah,
there's something there. I feel like the guy from Dexter. He's sitting in his car. Like, there's something. I just can't. I don't know what.
Yes.
That's exactly where I'm at right now. Where if there was like a falling out, or if they're exactly that, and maybe just like he sees the writing on the wall, and maybe the Mets did too. We're like, you know what? Maybe you're not the same Edwin Diaz that we acquired.
Yeah,
he's been injury prone. Haven't seen a ton of him as of late, so it could be kind of a mutual parting of ways, almost.
Yeah, definitely. It's a weird situation for sure because it doesn't look good for the Mets. I don't know why it would look good for anybody, and I don't know. Another win for the Dodgers, I guess. Woohoo! Get to get another one. But let's get to the real news here, folks. The actual news, because obviously
the news that Johnston cares about.
Absolutely. This is the MLB draft lottery happened, and we now know the order. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know this, the Chicago White Sox get pick numero uno. They have the number 1 overall pick in this year's MLB draft, which is obviously this year looking like a very, very strong group with a very talented individual at the very top of the list, and that is Rocco Chwowski. Name says it all right there, folks. I mean,
he's a baseball name.
That is a baseball name.
Yeah.
That is a Chicago name too. I don't know if he's Polish, but if you ever was a Polish kid knocking dingers, this is your kind of dude. I mean, the absolute powerhouse coming from UCLA, leading the charge for that team, is designated right now to possibly be the number 1 pick. But there are a slew of other guys.
Let me get
slated after him.
Let me get some little onions on there a little bit. Throw some Chwowski on there too. Why not? Sounds pretty good.
He definitely fits them all. But Nick, obviously, being our White Sox guy here, take it away. The White Sox getting the number 1 pick. What are your thoughts on having the pick? And then what do you think they're going to do with it?
I obviously absolutely love it being 1-1. Obviously should have got it when they were the worst record of all time, but they couldn't because of the CBA rule or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I'm excited because I'll be honest. I don't know a ton about this kid. However, when people are telling me that this is almost like the consensus 1-1, there's not
It
really
is.
there's not really too much, you know.
Yeah.
Everything
It's
that
him.
I've heard, it's him, and then there's just a group of other guys that are going to be decent,
Yeah.
but not that dude.
Yeah, so that's where I'm kind of more excited about. Like, there's a for sure 1-1 that's like, okay, if you get him and he hits, that's great. If you get him and he misses, it's like, well, everyone would have went that route anyway. So it's kind of in that same breath. The reaction from oh my god, GM, why can't I think of his name?
Chris
Getz was I really liked his like reaction to it. It's just like he's like, I can't even begin to understand how important this is. Like, the beginning, the number one. I haven't had the first pick since Harold Baines in '83,
76.
Oh, so, sorry.
Before then, it was 71.
Okay,
and they took a local kid at that point too from Peoria. So
exactly.
That says it all right there.
This is such an important, just whatever this is, rebuilding, retool is a rebuild without a doubt. This is going to be such an important part of that right there. Again, it'll be a good problem to have of him being an infielder, and then you still got Colson Montgomery. You're still might going to have still going to have a ton of guys there. So I like this. I like this every which way. I'm excited. Just. Let's get this one right. Let's do it.
Yeah. So a little bit on him for those that don't know. Rocco Chowowski. He's 6'2", 200 pounds. His positions are, in fact, shortstop and third baseman. He comes from Chandler, Arizona, which is if you don't know Chandler, Arizona, that is sports rich, especially with baseball. They live and breathe hitting the ball out there. In his time at UCLA, in 66 games, 252 at-bats, 23 home runs, 74 RBIs, 7 stolen bases. He's been walked 45 times and has a slash line of 353, 480, and 710.
And he went,
and that's in college.
From kind of what I was gathering earlier on yesterday and today, is just like he had a really big jump from his freshman year to his sophomore year. That's what really put him on the just everyone's visual line to begin with. So hopefully he takes another even larger leap this year, because we'll have this whole year to watch him.
He's one of the favorites right now, I will say, to win the Golden Spikes, which is like the college baseball Heisman, if you will, for best player.
Here's my question.
Yes.
Is he Cody Decker, though?
Is he Cody? Well, I don't really know Cody's college history.
Look up Cody's numbers.
I could look up Cody's numbers real quick and see what they look like. So
Cody's numbers are good.
I'm sure I'm sure they were. I'm sure they were. I don't
just
doubt
asking
that.
if he's Cody Decker.
We'll see. I'll see if I can pull them up. I don't know.
No, I'm joking.
I don't know if I can actually pull up his college records or not.
You're good. You're good. I was just messing around.
Well, they might have not been as good as his. You never know. I mean, this kid feels like your franchise. This kid feels like, or at least a piece to that. Like, we're building a foundation that we can start building the groundwork, more of the groundwork on, right? Build the house out and start saying, okay, here's something that, because now you look at Montgomery, now you look at Teal, now you look at a lot of the younger pieces they have coming up.
Which I love. The Boston Red Sox, they want Teal back. You ain't getting Teal back. It ain't happening. No gives these backsies.
Yeah, there's that whole thing out there where they're like, oh, we're really regretting this trade. And it's like, hey, you threw him in. It's not anybody else's fault. And that's the thing, is I even look at him and I go, I mean, even if he's not your catcher, you could probably throw him out at first base, because apparently he did play first base way back when. So, and it's not like he can't learn it. It's great to see the options they have in front of them.
While not every single one of these players are still going to be here by the time he gets the call up and it is actually in it, this gives them more than ample time to actually get a pitching rotation together, get some free agents that are worth the crap actually into Chicago, however still build on Chase Maidra, still build off Colson Montgomery, Edgar Hero, Kyle Teal. This is going to be such a fun young team in my mind. So,
and with Hagen Smith and Schultz probably coming as the left-handers, like there's a lot to be excited. And like I saw Getz say, he's like, it's like we're going in the right direction, and that's the beautiful thing, is that we're not there yet, but everything seems to lead like we're going in the right place.
Yeah, in these past 2 years, it hasn't been a humongous setback.
Yes.
So this has been nice.
Absolutely.
Would you like to know Cody?
Oh, you found him?
Numbers?
Okay, please. Yeah.
Yes, I did. 4-year career at UCLA, 191 games, 47 home runs, 28 doubles, 153 RBIs, 118 runs, and a slugging percentage of .561.
Okay. That's pretty
He's
good.
7th all-time on the UCLA home run list.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
It's probably over some pretty big names. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Decker
absolutely.
hits dingers. He used to love to say it all the time. Yeah. Decker loves his dingers.
Well, this kid, I watched his highlights, watching him play. There's a smoothness to his swing that I really like. Like it's coming with the hips, and it's just like seamless, like with the bat, and he follows through perfect. Like you could see, this kid understands angles. He understands how a pitch comes. It's not just we just talked about him, Pete Alonso. He's like, I take bat and I swing at ball. Like it's not like that. It's clearly
surgical.
Yes, it's
Methodical.
very methodical. Yeah, absolutely. So again, there's other kids in this draft that we at some point we'll go over them. There's a litany of kids in here that are very talented. Don't get me wrong. He right now though stands out above them all, both as college, as high school. I mean, I don't know the whole international market because obviously those kids don't have a lot of tape. All I just hear is the whispers coming out of my own territory of Puerto Rico, and they just go, "Yeah, these kids live and breathe baseball. I don't know what to tell you, man. They baseball all day." So I'm just like, "Well, listen, can you feed some of them over here? Because I know some friends of mine for the White Sox that would love to get them back." So, but we'll see obviously about that. I mean, it's
anything. I don't know. Hopefully, maybe we're done with the White Sox part. Anything on Dale Murphy not getting in the Hall of Fame for you guys? Was it?
He's right. Like
he's on the brink of it. Like I have him right there on the cusp.
I have him like right in the same kind of talk as Dave Kingman.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see like he's just on the borderline. I feel like
really great for a couple years, and then just kind of
something.
Some people were just saying because MVP brought kind of the Braves out of the shambles, out of nothing. So
that is true. He should get credit for that. Absolutely. I just don't. Is that enough to make him a Hall of Famer? I guess that's where the conversation is, right? It's kind of like did he do just enough?
I mean, we have to have the conversation of let's have this conversation right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If you're not letting Bonds and Roger Clemens in, you can't be letting Dale Murphy in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know different eras, different circumstances. I get all that. But we talked about this on Monday.
Yeah.
You have a Negro League wing at the Baseball Hall of Fame. Make a steroid wing. I'm sorry.
If the goal, I've said it, the goal is about preserving baseball history, then you kind of, at this point, because I used to be so against like they shouldn't get in. Now I'm kind of on board with it is a part of history. As bad as it may look maybe to some for the black eye that it puts on baseball, it is a part of history. We still count those stats. So I say at this point, you might as well put them in there.
Yeah.
But I could see the argument for no, they don't deserve
Can I
that
be
reward.
real and say it's only bad? This is going to sound awful, but I don't care. It's only bad because they found out what steroids does to your body.
Yeah, sure.
If it was a healthy thing and they were pumping all those steroids into their body,
right,
wouldn't be an issue.
I mean, if it was a lot of the creatine and the stuff that guys take now, which is probably like a step down from what they were taking, like it, it wouldn't be a problem. So,
which I said that to me makes Pedro Martinez probably one of the greatest pitchers of that era.
Oh yeah.
So it was one of my favorite like passing jokes in Futurama. It's just like they talk about baseball. It's just like,
right.
Oh yeah, back when steroids were you needed to have them. It was.
Well, I wanted to ask you, Nick, because where do you stand on that too? Because I don't think we've ever.
Yeah.
Maybe we have had that conversation, but I can't remember. Like, where do you stand with the baseball players being in for steroids? Because for those that don't know, Jeff Kent got in, but obviously Bonds and Clemens did not.
Yeah.
So.
And I find it very unique that it's the two guys that still haven't admitted to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that could probably be the case too.
Although I don't know if Bonds would because he was such a.
He'll go to his grave with that, I think.
Not just that. I think even if he admitted it, he was so absolutely just a jerk to the press.
Yeah, it's true.
That I don't
Yeah.
Same with Clemens.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Clemens is the same way. He didn't like him either.
I maybe you guys were able to actually see the games, actually watch the players for a little while, so it hits
kind of.
Yeah, so it hits a little.
It was in my peak,
Exactly.
like watching of baseball.
I caught them at the end when they were like Clemens was with the Blue Jays, and obviously I saw the home run record and everything, but it didn't mean much to me at that point.
Yeah, I was home run record happens in 01, so I'm like 3 or 4 years old.
You're talking Bonds,
yeah,
home run?
Bonds, yeah.
Yeah, so Clemens is like I like just got into sports right around like the beginning of the end of the 2010, or right, or like 08, 09.
Oh, so you
like
were around the same spot I was.
When were you born?
98.
So you were really young when the Sosa McGuire thing happened.
Yeah, so I was probably
that year.
I was probably aware of it, but
that to me is peak.
Yeah,
I don't give a crap if it was steroids or not. That was entertaining as hell.
So yeah. So I mean, I was aware of it. Mm-hmm. Like I watched like the 05 White Sox. Like I couldn't sit there and tell you like, oh, if I was watching the game, it would be like, oh yeah, he's got a 2.5 ERA.
Right. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't be able to do that.
You watched and you knew you were watching something that was cool, and
So for it to, it doesn't. I don't know. It's tough. I can agree that they should be in the same building, but maybe let's not call it the Hall of Fame. Let's call it the Hall of Shame, or the.
That's what I've always said, or something like that.
Like I'm fine with acknowledging that it happened. It's going to be an awful comparison. Just in Germany, they kind of still have the stage of where all the bad stuff happened, so it's there on display. So like, hey, a reminder of like, let's not do this again. Maybe they could do something similar in the ML, but like not to the same extent. It's very extreme.
I know what you're saying, and I'm sure.
Like, hey, let's not have this again.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and that's I think important too, right? It's the thing of like forgetting your history, you are doomed to repeat it, or whatever the saying is. Like if you at least that is the good thing about obviously having like museums for that kind of obviously horrifying and tragic stuff. It's not a remembrance of like we're praising it. It's a remembrance of like, hey, we don't want this to happen again. So let's remind ourselves that this did happen. That's why we have history class, folks. That's why it's important to learn those kind of things. So, and listen, I'm not saying that the steroid era can't eventually come back. Like there could be a point. It just feels like today's athletes now more than ever because of the training, the vitamins they take, all that kind of stuff, and almost feels like an unnecessary kind of thing. So I was always curious to wonder where your stance was, because I don't think we've ever.
I don't think I would lose sleep over it.
Yeah,
it would just be like a bad taste in my mouth, and just be like, I'll probably get over it.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Is like anybody that's like this is going to keep me up at night. It's like why? Why is it such a big deal for that?
If I had a vote, I probably wouldn't vote them in. If others did, and that it still ended up happening, I'd be like, okay, all right, well, I tried.
Right.
I try to get Mark Burley in. Sorry, he'll get in there.
He should at this point. I mean, there's some names on there that they just put them in already. Honestly, like beyond the steroids, obviously a lot of talent, but. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to do it for the baseball side of things. Obviously, again, let us know what you guys think about all the signings, about the White Sox getting number 1 pick. We didn't mention the Cubs. They got the 23rd pick. Congratulations to them. And then, obviously, you have our Baseball Hall of Fame talk. Let us know. Who do you think should get in? What do you think about the steroids things? Let us know at Blue T Whistle 1 on all the social media. When we come back here, folks, we got NBA to talk. The Bulls are sliding. Could they break this streak? And what's happening with the rest of the league? We'll be talking that more here on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com.
I sound a little cocky, but I think we're legends in Chicago. We really are.
SportsTownChicago.com.
We're all looking to save $1 these days, right? Well, Pino's On Man is the perfect spot for pizza lovers with the $10 and under menu that'll make your taste buds and your wallet happy. Fried chicken sandwiches, just $6. It's so good I had to start working there just to eat it every day. That's not all. Grab 2 large one-topping pizzas with extra cheesy goodness and a 2-liter soda for just $26.30. Plus, order online and get 5% off exclusive deals. Family owned and operated for 30 years. Open 7 days a week and until 1 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Check them out on the corner of North Main and Willoughby. Pino's On Man.
Oh my God, I need some Pookie's crack cake. Pookie's crack cakes? Yeah, girl. You ain't never heard about the best crack cakes in Chicago?
They're right there in the Bronzeville area.
Royal, right at 105 East 47th Street.
They're moist, delicious, premium homemade cakes made fresh daily. One bite and you're addicted.
They got the caramel cake, butter pecan praline, and red velvet. Ooh, and don't forget the strawberry lemonade and a chocolate Oreo dream. They're open Wednesday through Saturdays, 11 to 6 p.m. Sundays, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And they're closed Mondays and Tuesdays.
Early arrival is highly recommended. First come, first serve. They give out tickets at 10 a.m.
Just mention you heard it right here on Real Girl Talk Radio, and you'll get a free butter cookie with your purchase. Make sure you follow them on Instagram and Facebook at Pookie's Crack Cakes.
Girl, where you going?
I gotta go get my crack cake.
Let's go.
Looking for a great bargain? Want to find cool collectibles? Need to get fresh fruit and vegetables for the family? Come on down to Swaparama. 3 great locations, 42nd and Ashland in Chicago, Melrose Park, and Alpha, with hundreds of indoor and outdoor vendors selling clothing, tools, electronics, and much, much more. Have stuff for sale? Become a Swaparama vendor and turn your hidden treasure into cash. Visit their website for market days, hours, and vendor information. Go to swap-o-rama.com. Swaparama, the first name in flea markets.
There's only one place to watch your favorite sports team and have mouth-watering pizza. Come on down to Moretti's Pizzeria, where you can get a pizza for half the price every Tuesday. Try out our delicious varieties of pizza, sandwiches, and much more. I don't know about you, but a gooey mac and cheese pizza with a size of cheesy mozzarella sticks and watching sports sounds like paradise to me. Stop by at one of our 12 locations near you. We're open 7 days a week, anywhere from 10:30 a.m. to midnight. Visit our website, Moretti'sRestaurants.com, for delivery, catering, and even private parties. Moretti's, we bring the fun.
Get money for that old car sitting in your driveway today. No more insurance payments. No more playing taxi for your friends and your family. More room in your garage with Winning Auto Wrecker. Winning Auto Wrecker comes directly to you and takes that problem car away and off your hands. Call anytime, day or night at 888-555-0910. Or go to winningautorex.com and we will take that junk off your hands in no time. You win, we win with Winning Auto Wreckers.
All right. Yeah. Okay, I'm just. Oh, are you not?
There we go.
Sorry, folks. Welcome back, everybody, here to Blow the Whistle here on SportsTownChicago.com. Andrew Valentin back here with Nick Johnson right now. David Dykstra is currently out, so apologies for that. I'm kind of pulling
get some bills paid.
Some double duty here right now. I'm trying to control everything. There we go. All right. And for some reason, my headphones apparently decided to stop working now, so that's great. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, since we're still going on here, we just got done talking with the NFL. We got done talking with Major League Baseball, and now we are officially talking NBA, folks. That's right. We're getting into the basketball side of things. Which, let's just start it off with the Chicago Bulls. At one point, we were sitting in here, myself, Nick, and Dave, and Tyler, and I believe Frankie was here too. We were all having a good talk about how the Bulls, hey, maybe they got some magic going. Maybe something's here. Maybe there's a chance that they might even. Nope, no, we
got tricked.
Boy, did we bamboozled here, folks. They have been on a 8-game losing streak. It has not been pretty to watch, and I've been able to watch a few of these games as of recent, and it has been a lot more of the same, where Bulls seem to have a pretty decent lead at one point, eventually drop it, find a way to kind of come back, and then next thing we know, just complete drop-off with this team. It has been
from the 1 seed to the 11th seed.
Yeah, it has been brutal to watch.
Out of the play-in.
Yeah.
And starting off 6-1, turning into 9-14 is not what was expected. It doesn't help that there was a couple of key injuries along the way.
Mm-hmm.
But man, oh man, was that crossover on Josh Giddey the downfall of everything right there when he just got crossed out of his shoes?
I mean, it
got the ankle injury.
It kind of feels like the pinnacle moment, right? Where you kind of go like, uh-oh.
Like, was that our butt fumble right there? Like, that was pretty brutal.
Yeah, no, it definitely feels, I mean, him not being out there obviously has been significant considering he has been the best player for this Bulls team by far. We were talking about him possibly being an MVP candidate for a while there. And now the slide that they've taken, listen, guys have stepped up, I will say, in certain moments, but they're just missing that extra piece, that leader out there, that drive, whatever. There's a lot of things I would say still missing, but
slumps all happening at once, injuries kind of piling up all at once. Maybe just them being so young could also be somewhat of an impact there. But yeah, just this huge drop off from
they could be drunk too.
A huge drop off from being 6-1 to 9-14 now. It's just I can't really pinpoint one particular thing. Like I said, it's that bench went from, hey, this might be bench mob 2.0 now to this bench is a detriment to this team. You don't really want any of these guys coming off of there and going into this game right now.
Right. Outside of Dasunmu, maybe that would be maybe the only guy. But again, like you said, even when he's been out there, he's been, I think, in the negative for plus minus. So it's now obviously let's talk about it because he did come back from injury and things kind of seems to be the moment where things kind of started to go a little bit downhill, and that is Kobe White, who in his 7 games back, with 5 of them being started, mind you, he is averaging 22 points a game on 29 minutes, which is kind of where he's been at, around 5.5 assists. He's almost at about a little over half a steal a game, I think it is, or something like that. But again, clearly, since coming back, the Bulls have not been winning at all. And we talked about the possibility of him coming back and maybe disrupting the chemistry that was there for the Bulls. Now, obviously, they lost Giddey. He got hurt. That is what it is. But nevertheless, with Kobe White coming back in, for you, Nick, do you think that is still a significant thing, despite the injuries that have occurred on this team?
Yeah, I don't think it's that. I think there's definitely miscues, but it's not just solely because Kobe White has come back. Again, it's just like I said, a couple of injuries across the board, not helping there. Man, when I'm looking at this losing streak and I see losing to the Pacers twice, they only have 5 wins all year.
It's that is that's the disappointing part is that
they're 6-18 right now.
Yeah, and
so you're giving them a third of their wins so far on the year, and it's just it's not looking good in any sort of way. Like I said, I don't think there's not one thing that has put the Bulls in this situation, and in that same breath, there's not one move that's going to save them from this breath. So let's trade Vooch. Okay,
yeah.
That window is basically closed now since he's not been playing up to par, and I don't really know what you would even want for him at this point. You're not getting a first round pick from him, and you're not going to. You'd be lucky to get some role players out of it.
Yeah.
So
I was just going to ask you that too. Obviously, is there a moment where we have to look at this Bulls team and see them make a move? You think to try and keep any type of playoff hopes alive, or is it really even worth it at this point? Is this maybe where they kind of maybe move off of assets to try and get more draft picks potentially, or is this a thing where you try and trade for talent? Because the way they started looks so good, and now with the way they've kind of rolled downhill, it feels like, well, maybe you just settle in. Where is your mindset at as far as what the Bulls should do? Because I know you just said, but I just to reiterate, kind of
no, it's just again when they were red hot, you saw every Bulls fan page was like, oh my god, they're going to trade back for Lauri Markkanen, or Giannis, or Zion Williams is coming to town, or
I saw that one too.
It was another. What was the other one that really was getting Anthony Davis when he was healthy, before he went down too. So it's just all those are nice, but all those now have gone away on all those fan pages that I've seen. And now they're just this is just brutal to watch.
Right.
I'm getting the clip again of Stacey King just saying the Bulls fans just need something to root for. They deserve something to root for. They've been dying for something. It's the truth. So I don't think there's one quick fix. There's not one person or player that's going to come into the Bulls team and revive them. Adding John Morant isn't going to do anything.
Yeah,
it'll clean up a little bit, but it's not going to get you wins. It doesn't make you a contender with the Pistons all of a sudden.
Right.
It's just as simple as that. So
I can't believe you have to say that.
Yeah, I know.
Contenders with the Pistons. That's a weird statement.
Yeah, so while it was a nice experiment, getting these young guys and getting everything good, now it's back to all right. Hopefully, we can get back to a play-in. it's just so disappointing.
That's disappointing. That's really and I
can I ask a quick question as a guy who doesn't regularly watch the Bulls or NBA in general. Is part of the issue the fact that Kobe's been hurt for the past?
Yeah, Kobe. Yeah, we kind of went over this.
Okay,
Kobe.
I'm sorry, I wasn't here.
No, you're good. No, yeah,
but
Kobe.
I wanted to ask just because it seemed like they were playing better when, of course, when everybody's healthy, and Kobe being out has somehow
being out, Josh Giddey being out.
Okay,
I think even Patrick Williams was banged up coming off the bench, and there was that you had to call Lachlan Ulbrich up and Emmanuel Miller, and so this has been tough. And then on top of it all, I don't know if you guys even mentioned that Noah Essengay being gone all year long too. So
yeah, that's right.
While he didn't play more than 30 seconds at the regular level, he was getting some minutes down in Windy City, and he was doing pretty well. And then saw him as saw him in his street clothes, didn't really hear anything about it, and then the very next day, the news of him season-ending shoulder surgery was like, oh well,
yeah.
Now a bit of a punt with our first round pick, considering Lachlan is still playing and he's getting a couple of minutes here and there up top, but clearly this number one pick with this 19-year-old just
it kind of feels like it's all for naught.
What's Patrick Queen doing?
I mean,
he just had his first triple double. Actually, they lost, but he just had a triple
sitting there, just sitting there for.
Oh yeah. And listen, I was content to say that Patrick Queen felt like the right pick for the Bulls. Unfortunately, Derek Queen, right? Sorry, not Patrick Queen. Sorry, Derek Queen. But at the same time, New Orleans.
Derek Queen.
Yeah, exactly. But New Orleans is still not doing well. No. I think they're at the point where they're going to have to consider cleaning house. I still think they should consider moving out of New Orleans.
Bottom of the West are 3-22 right now.
They are.
Do they move?
They're moving Zion.
Move to Seattle?
That's where I think they should go. If Seattle wants a franchise, that should be the spot.
I mean, I don't know the numbers on it, but there's no way that's what it's like Smoothie King Arena. There's no way that place is packed every night. It's just not the case.
The last
football is going to be king down there in New Orleans.
No, so it's not. Every day. It's always going to be football. Baseball almost kind of like lines up with basketball is like neck and neck, but last time I saw the metrics on the Smoothie King, it was like 55% sometimes filled, 65%. Sometimes you get like a 90-95, but that's when the stars come into town.
Lakers.
Yeah, you get the big names that come in, all of a sudden the arena fills up. Otherwise, it is regularly like we have to close off this part of the arena, kind of like what we've seen with other sports. Like you see the top ends get closed down, like it's
TKO.
I was going to say like a wrestling event. You see the black tarp
the tarps over the It's that guy, or they move everybody to one side where the cameras are at to make it look fuller. Because I've been there when Atlanta had to do that when they were super bad. It's like they were like, "We need you guys to move over here." We're like, "What?" And they're like, "No, we moved down. We need you for the cameras."
Yeah.
Like,
I was like,
giving the magic trick away.
We upgraded your seats.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, you did.
So
White Sox did that for me a lot.
let me ask you guys this: is a guy on the outside looking in, anybody gonna touch the freaking Thunder this year?
Oh no!
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Still one loss. That's crazy.
And they could still be getting better because they're now getting tied to Giannis as a trade target, which is insane.
Yeah, someone brought that up where they could trade for Giannis, and it would be like they could get like 2 or 3 prospects off their bench, and they'd still be fine. Like,
it
doesn't matter.
It was like Isaiah Hairston, Kason Wallace. It was like another player, and then it was like 4 first-round picks. All unprotected.
Yeah.
Because why bother? But they get Giannis to compare with the best team in basketball, and now they just get better. Like it's like the Dodgers, basically. It's just the Dodgers getting Freeman or something.
My question, and I don't think that's where Giannis is going to end up, but my question then would be, does Giannis take a back seat to SGA?
Oh, that he doesn't even.
That's the problem then.
Yeah.
Too many tough. Chiefs, not enough Indians.
I think Giannis has the wherewithal to kind of be like, okay. I don't think his ego is that humongous that he needs it every single time. If
Well,
anything,
he has won one, so I mean, I just think he wants more. But
I think his legacy is pretty lock, stock, and barrel at this point. I think it's just a matter of he wants to be a winner more than anything.
I think San Antonio is the place.
Oh yeah, that was gonna be my other suggestion as to who can maybe keep up. If they add like one more, like big piece, it would be just almost unfair. Again, having De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama. Why can't I think
that
of
happens? I'm becoming a Spurs fan.
Yeah,
I might too. Honestly, I only worry about the Giannis to the Spurs thing because does that hurt Wembanyama? Because I know he's an all-around
because I think
type
that's
of player.
part of the issue with San Antonio is they don't have that veteran dude.
Yeah.
So they keep Giannis then down low, and then they let Wembanyama, I guess, just work wherever he wants to on the floor.
You let Wemby do whatever the hell.
No, I know.
wants.
Trust me, I'm not.
Or he will bring the mothership.
I'm not arguing against that. It wouldn't make it great.
That's also the thing. If he takes 2 steps in any direction, he's at any point on
That's
the
true.
on the floor. So if he takes 4 steps forward, he's already at the other basket.
Right.
So I don't know.
I look at the Spurs right now, and I know they're not perfect, but I think that team has a lot working for itself right now, where losing Castle, even though you still have Dylan Harper is more of like that point guard that I think is working well behind De'Aaron Fox, whereas Castle's great for the 2, and Sochan, everybody's kind of working in sync right now with each other. Is bringing in Giannis going to be disruptive possibly to what they're building themselves as well? I mean, you would think not, because he's such a great player, and he is a very kind of like, I'll do whatever it takes to help the team. I just wonder if that's going to hurt in some way what we've seen from Wembanyama, where he needs to kind of be close to the basket a lot of times, be right there at the tipping point, putbacks, things like that. Because that's Giannis's game, is back to the board, playing inside, right, get down low in the post. So he's not stepping out shooting threes, that's for sure. And that's right now what is good about this Spurs team I've seen, which is like Wemby, like you said, let him do whatever he wants, and then everybody else kind of just works outside and eventually works in, right? Everyone shoots threes, and then eventually they drive in for 2s and stuff. So I'm high. I understand the move. I definitely would make the Spurs a favorite for the finals for sure. I just don't. Is it going to be like what we saw with the 76ers, where you had Simmons and Embiid fighting for the ball because they both had to play in the post, where one had to run down low and the other one had to play down low? I asked. That's all I pose.
No,
I've seen it so many times.
I think it would just be as simple as maybe the numbers go down, and if anything, Giannis probably wants that. He probably doesn't want to have to go out there and score 40 every single night to stay competitive, but still end up losing to like the Wizards or something like that, which happened a week ago. So
that's true.
I think that'd be the case. It'd be absolutely unfair. just I don't know. If David Stern was still around, he'd put the kibosh on that one real quick.
That would definitely be a Chris Paul like, nope, I'm not letting it happen.
Oh yeah,
that's too good. You guys will be too good then.
But like still rewarded under the table. So like, OKC gets the first pick. How? They're not even in the lottery.
I know, seriously.
Poor Chris Paul, by the way.
Yeah, what the hell?
Think about how many times that dude's been shafted in his career.
Yeah. Again, part of that David
I know.
trade.
Just God.
I mean, and for an organization that he basically spent a majority of his career with, I know that was his second term
just
with
go
them.
deuce.
Yes, 3 a.m. Hey, you still up, Chris?
Yeah,
you're cut.
Like he's not even barely awake at that point. Come on, like give him a chance.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
It's so unfortunate because that's a Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
All-time great point guard, arguably for sure, and doing him like that, like you said, second stint with the team, a team that he helped build into a playoff team. They were Lob City
for a laughing stock before him and Blake Griffin came.
They were nobody, and he put them on the map. He gave them a seriousness, like, oh, the Clippers are legit because they got Chris Paul and Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan, and they made a show about it, for God's sakes. Obviously not in the best of intentions, but still, like that. Like, what? That's the thing. It's like there wouldn't be a show about the fact that happened if the Clippers weren't like a good team. There wouldn't be a reason to give that hardly any kind of be like, oh yeah, Dave, whatever his name was, Donald Sterling is crazy pants racist. Like, yeah, but this, I feel bad for him because like, where does he go from here now? Like, what is the next step other than just retiring?
I mean, if it wasn't for him, Brent Barry would be the only Clipper we'd be talking about. So,
God,
yeah,
that is brutal. God, that is nuts. Well, I mean, listen, on the other side of the NBA stuff too, just to go back to the Bulls really quick, there have been some talks I've heard as well now that the Bulls could be still in line for a trade, but apparently this trade could be going to the Warriors because there is suspected interest in the Warriors looking to get a center. Obviously, there's been a connection in the past with Vucevic possibly going to Golden State in the past, and in this case, it was a trade that the Bulls would be pulling off where they would be giving up future picks, not current pick, but future picks, in order to trade Vucevic to the Golden State Warriors to acquire Jonathan Kuminga.
Okay.
Which I've talked with a few people about. I'm kind of interested by it because of who I know Jonathan Kuminga is as a player, and I wanted to kind of gauge your guys' thoughts on it on the pod. Now, this is a rumor mill talk. This is not kind of any legitimacy to this as far as I could find, but it is a talk that is out there in the atmosphere as something that could be a possibility because Golden State still thinks there's something left in their tank. Obviously, they want to get a center in there to kind of thrush things out. I want to know what you guys thought about that.
Well, Al Horford isn't enough for them?
Clearly not. I mean,
Old man Horford's on the Warriors this year?
You know that?
No.
Yeah.
He left the mighty Boston Celtics?
Man,
No wonder Boston sucks.
You know what? That might be a factor.
I'm just looking at it. Initial reaction, I don't hate that. Like, if most of the time I hear a name for a trade and be like, oh, what are you talking about? I don't hate that. He's 23 years old and he's putting up some decent numbers right now.
Yeah.
I mean, 12, 6 and shooting 43%.
It's not crazy numbers.
Yeah, no, it's serviceable.
But isn't he buried?
He for some reason his time he always comes off the bench. So many people were pushing for him to be the starter last year, but for some reason he just never got the opportunity. And now he's getting more of a chance because obviously Andrew Wiggins is out. So he's having to kind of step up, but
averaging 25 and a half minutes right now.
Yeah, I think he's a solid like 3-and-D like wing that I think the Bulls really need because he not even just a 3, he can just kind of do a lot of different things scoring wise.
Well, to me, and tell me if I'm wrong, the Bulls are looking like a team that want when everyone's healthy to be a fast paced, high tempo offense.
You see that at both levels. They see Windy City too.
I was gonna say Windy City games. They have been running up and down the court. They're averaging like 2 points every like 5 seconds or something like that. It's nuts.
And that's also the thing where like he got him in the system, but like Mac McClung isn't gonna love the kid. Love watching him.
He's gonna be a G Leaguer for life.
He probably will be. He loves talking. Every single foul, every play doesn't go his way. He's chirping all the time. I'm surprised he doesn't get teed up more than he does.
Do you think he'll wear a Windy City Bulls jersey when he goes to the dunk contest?
For the dunk contest again? Well, inside baseball on that one when they were doing the interview not too long ago when they mentioned the dunk contest, he kind of put up kind of scratched his head and was saying, I don't know. Maybe we'll see about me getting in there. We'll see what happens. So
okay,
I don't know. Maybe there's some small turmoil. It's all public. The interview played, so it's kind of see that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's frustrated. I think he is a little. There's a tiny bit of frustration within this year because he is just he was brought up and then brought back down. So whatever that bonus was in his contract, I think it's been nullified.
Yeah,
he's basically just on a standard G League contract right now. So
he's not on a 2-way.
No, he's not.
Well, and for guys, he is super talented.
He is.
It's just the question.
It's so much fun watching him play.
Yeah, I think the question just comes to: has he done enough to make an NBA roster full time? And that I think is like the biggest question about him, especially because you can make the argument to say, coming off the bench, I don't see why you wouldn't want a super explosive young guy like him. We've seen guys like him before with Caruso kind of being that dude in the past, and we've seen, Austin Reeves kind of be that guy, and they both have their own emerging roles in their own way. But then you could easily go to the other side and go,
he's not the first guy that this has happened to, but he's undersized, and Cooper Flagg already kind of had his way with him this year as a rookie. So it's
well,
kind of
to me, I've watched McClung since he was at Texas Tech, McClung's the streakiest shooter I've ever seen in my entire life. Like either he's hot or he's absolutely frigid.
No, yeah.
He makes some really, really nice moves to the basket. He's very athletic. Some of his finishes this year have been very, like I said, just like one of those like, whoa, I didn't expect that. But yeah, not the best shot. If anything, the 3-point shooter on the Windy City Bulls side has been Kevin Knox, the former New York Knick. So, and he's actually getting a little bit more. He's getting some more minutes now. So, I'll be very interested to see if he gets any sort of call up or any sort of way. But yeah, this Bulls team needs some help.
Yeah, it's again, it's unfortunate. They're going to be playing the Hornets Friday. They're going to be in Charlotte. We're going to see if maybe they can break this streak because Charlotte has not had a good year at all. And by the way, any mention real quick of anybody saying LaMelo should come to the Bulls? We've seen that. We don't need another ball in Chicago, I don't think. As much as I do think LaMelo's fun, I think he does need out of Charlotte, but listen, if there's anybody from that Charlotte team that I want on the Bulls, Brandon Miller, come on down, baby. That kid, I was so wrong about that. I thought that dude was going to come out of Alabama and be just a wash, maybe. Man, is he proving me wrong. He's special.
Like he knipple.
Yeah, that's that's their future right there. Is that the Duke boy and the Bama boy. That's a weird one to say. I never thought that combo would happen in Charlotte. But folks, that's going to do it for our NBA Chicago Bulls talk. Obviously, let us know. How do you think the Bulls can fix this streak? What do you think of Chris Paul's, where does he lie in history? Where does he go next? Is this the end for him? Let us know all that and more. I don't want to hear any LeBron talk. Stop it. Let us know all that at Blow T Whistle 1 on all of our social media. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, we're chugging along on this train as usual. We're hitting it on Off the Rails. That's coming up next here on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com.
He's right there. It's the bottom of the 7th inning. The last chance to order beer. But we didn't come here to drink beer. We came here to win this ball game.
Chicago's so lucky.
SportsTownChicago.com. 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Pizza at your house and you can get it at the store. Uh-oh, here we go. Chicagoland area. Little Caesars is heating up for the summer. Try our new Crazy Puffs, $3.99. Walk-in or delivery. 7 days a week. 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. filled with cheesy mozzarella pepperoni pizza sauce, buttery garlic flavored drizzle, Italian herb and Parmesan seasoning, deep dish Detroit style pizza $7.99, super cheesy bread $5.99, hot and ready combo $12.99, and for your daily deals, go to LitCaesars.com. Oh, Little Caesars with our crazy puffs and cheesy dreams, you light up my soul with your pepperoni schemes. With every slice we share, with every moment we did in this piece of love affair, so you didn't hear that just here. You don't want to miss out on these delicious deals. Visit your Chicagoland area Little Caesars today. Cheese, cheese, cheese.
Nobody does food better than our friends south of the border. If you're looking for delicious, authentic Mexican food in Chicagoland's backyard, check out the Topos restaurant. Try their quesadillas, burritos, or my favorite, the 3-taco combo with steak and extra chipotle salsa.
Muy caliente!
They even have breakfast for early risers. Topos is the highest rated Mexican restaurant in Naperville on Yelp. Once you try it, you'll understand why. Visit totoposnaperville.com for their menu, special offers, and online ordering on Grubhub. Pickup or delivery. Topos Restaurant. Open nightly until 8:30, closed on Sundays, located next to the Jewel on Aurora Avenue in Naperville. Experience fresh, homemade Mexican at the Topos Restaurant.
I got an affordable family-owned restaurant for you that won't cost you an arm and a lamb. It's Goodies in River Grove. My Goodies order never changes. A gyros, not a gyro. Smother in sauce and hot fries on the side for less than $9. If I'm really starved, I'll add a chicken kebab to my order. Looking for more? Try a juicy cheeseburger, Chicago-style hot dogs, or a toasty corned beef meal. I can walk in 7 days a week, dine with my family, or call 708-583-1700. Pick it up and enjoy it at home. Can't stop in? Not a problem. Goodies delivers through Grubhub, DoorDash, and Seamless. Goodies is located at Cumberland, Belmont, River Grove. Goodies bring authentic Greek food to the Chicago.
It's the summer of coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. To reach peak summer mode, you need your summer coffee, like a smooth new s'mores frozen Dunkin' coffee, a refreshing butter pecan iced coffee, or a sweet coconut cream pie cold brew. What could be better than iced frozen coffee on a hot summer day? Nothing. Dunkin' Donuts has all your favorite flavors this summer. So come enjoy the summer of coffee and keep cool out there, kids. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Looking for a great bargain? Want to find cool collectibles? Need to get fresh fruit and vegetables for the family? Come on down to Swapo Ramen. 3 great locations, 42nd and Ashland in Chicago, Melrose Park in Ulsan, with hundreds of indoor and outdoor vendors selling clothing, tools, electronics, and much, much more. Have stuff for sale? Become a Swapo Ramen vendor and turn your hidden treasure into cash. Visit their website for market days, hours, and vendor information. Go to swap-o-ramen.com. Swapo Ramen, the first name in flea markets.
Blow the whistle. Going off the rails.
The train!
That's right, folks. It's time we go off the rails. Here on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com. I'm Andrew Valentin, still here with David Dexter and Nick Johnston. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time where we just decide to shoot the stuff, talk the chatter. And as we usually do, it's just about whatever we find to be the most interesting. I don't know if anybody's...
Okay, first and foremost, we don't have to go tomorrow. We can go on Friday.
Okay. Not a problem.
Oh, did we just discover that today?
Yeah, I'll text Scotty, or I can text him through our thread and let him know we're going.
Well, hopefully he's watching right now. Scotty, we're going to go ahead and if you didn't hear that news, then we know you're not watching. Not our friend anymore.
That's solid.
That was good. That was good. I
solid.
like that.
No, we'll let the boys know.
Yeah,
It's a very interesting dynamic going on in the house that is BTW right now.
Oh, jeez, man.
And I got asked the question by my girlfriend. You know, like she did it again last night.
Mm-hmm.
You're 100% sure that there's going to be, like, if you get this job, there's going to be no hard feelings. And I said, on my end, if I don't get it, no. I shook his hand and said, may the best man win. That's all I can do.
You guys have known each other long enough that this is not something that I know.
It's
will
professional.
affect. Yeah.
There's nothing personal about it.
Yeah, you both are professional enough and good enough friends that this is not going to affect anything.
For those who don't know, Tyler and I are up for the same gig.
Yeah.
Welcome to the industry, people.
That's it. That's life.
It's not Anakin versus Obi-Wan type of stuff here. That's the best way I would put it right now. I mean, but no, yeah, I'm really hoping one of you two grabs on.
Andrew told me an interesting thing today.
Which thing did I tell you?
The Netflix deal
yes.
may have fallen through.
Yeah.
Paramount put in a bid, apparently, for Warner Brothers as well, so the deal's not sealed yet, I guess, on Netflix.
Yeah, I heard about that, too, to the point where even if Netflix was already big conglomerate as it is, if they added on HBO Max, they would have been almost 40% of the media or something like that, and obviously... The way that goes,
monopolization.
Yeah, you can't be
We're
doing
headed
that.
in that direction. It feels like, and
but it can't happen. That can't happen legally still. So
no.
So I'm sure. Yeah, that fell through. On top of what I already mentioned, and we were going to get to it in Bad Karma Wrestling, but the channels that AEW are on, like TNT and TBS, are all going to go into another group, and it's going to be called Discovery Global, which is going to be an entirely different thing, and another publicly traded company.
Oh boy!
So
that was the one thing I was thinking about. Like, how is that dynamic when you own Raw, and that's like your signature? Like every Monday, we're selling this to you. And how's that going to work when you?
That's where wrestling fans immediately jump the gun. They're like, "Oh, see you, AEW, you're off the air." Like,
I did not do that. I did not do that because I wasn't sure what.
I just felt like they were going to get shoved down the
I wasn't sure what the dynamics were going to be.
They photoshopped the Pluto TV logo on the TNT title. God. I don't know if you saw that one.
Yeah, I did. Well, I was like...
Or like the Roku channel.
I didn't think they were going to disappear. I just was like, they're going to... I felt like, I'm like, okay, but they're going to get pushed down the pipeline then. Like, they're going to get shoved so far in like the back room, essentially. You're going to have to like really dig to try and find them. And that feels like a conflict of interest.
Yeah,
there.
the other question right now is kind of for both is like, where are the WWE libraries going to end up?
That's a huge question.
And as of right now, it sounds like the AEW library is going to kind of still live on HBO Max, and you can go back and watch those older pay-per-views. And they still have like the first like 7-8 weeks of Dynamite from the very first year still. So I think those stay on there.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like there's been any sort of like, it's literally just been the speculation from other wrestling fans and like
that's all I've seen is other like a lot of wrestling fans and the wrestling Twitter pages just blowing up, being like, "This is disastrous.
Yeah.
This is the end of the
We have so much to talk about on Friday.
God, you guys are gonna be
like, this from Headlock Sports. Like, who's the source of Headlock Sports? Oh, just some guy in his basement.
I think this is one that we probably won't get to just because there is so much of the two major entities that we need to talk about. How are you feeling about TNA on AMC?
Yeah. Actually, I did have that in our rundown. We were going to get to it, but it's very good for them. Like it's be very interesting. I made the joke online that kind of hit, kind of didn't. It's like, we're going to be watching some old fossils wrestle, and then Jurassic Park's going to be on after. So I thought that was kind of funny.
Walking Dead. Go Walking Dead. If you said Walking Dead, that might have been the one that got you there.
I still like the Jurassic Park one. Yeah. I might watch TNA more than that.
AMC's not a big Jurassic Park.
No, it'll be Shawshank Redemption. And then you'll get into
always that.
Yeah.
But
I think it's a very good move. Again, does it, everyone again is going to be like, oh, now they're the number 2 company. No.
Well, they're going to be on AMC Plus then too?
Okay. Both.
That might be, that gives them something, I would say, because
I'm just waiting for TKO to buy the library.
Yeah.
The TNA library. That when that happens,
bring me back those old TNA wrestling moments, man.
I mean, for what it's worth, you can still go on just like the Ring of Honor, like the Honor Club. They have a TNA the subscription service too, so you kind of just go on and watch any of the old people.
Okay.
Really, really quick. I do love the answer. We were sitting in here talking about like John Cena's.
It was also Kurt Angle's birthday yesterday. Just saying.
Saturday night's main event, Cena's last match, blah 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 blah, and we'll get into it on Friday. But we brought up one of the matches that Scotty and I are very excited about. But Nick's answer made me laugh inside so much that the Leo, the Javon Evans and Slater versus AJ Lee match.
I'll get my bounce. I get my bounciness on Wednesdays. So I was
like, it's so good. And it's so true.
Oh.
I can't even be mad at it.
Can't argue.
Yeah.
Can't argue.
No, again, we joke. It's going to be tough for me. I'm sure I'll have it on the background, but is all my attention going to be on after the Cena match goes on first? I can't confidently tell you. Yeah, I can't confidently tell you, like, I'll be phone off to the side, eyeballs only on the screen. I'll probably have it on the background, probably playing MLB The Show.
I know you guys are going to talk about this on Friday for Bad Cover Wrestling. I just like, for me being on here, is there a deliberate reason why they made him first? Do you think
logistically it's stupid?
Because it only makes sense for me to be
numbers wise. It's the stupidest thing ever.
I don't know if they're trying to avoid a last second thing with Goldberg when he's going off air trying to do his final salute, and then they're like, oh, thank you so much, and then the Georgia Peaches logo comes in.
Here's the difference. Here's the difference, though. That one was on NBC.
Yeah.
This is on Peacock.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Go.
This should be like a ceremonial kind of like momentous thing, because this is like almost the end of an era.
The quote that had been lingering around with Cena this whole entire retirement tour was, I want to put over young talent. And I guess this might be his idea of putting over young talent, having all the NXT people come on, having Leon Slater come on from TNA, having them go on after him.
Can I just say one thing about Leon Slater?
Sure.
Whenever his contract's up, you know what's happening. Which is shocking to me because he is an Ospreay guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought he was destined for AEW.
I mean, yeah, it's just all those TNA guys are going to be, first step is going to be WWE first, and so it's going to be very, very, very rarely you're going to see any of these current TNA people fly over to AEW. I don't think.
Yeah. Interesting enough, I'll be the first one to say this. I don't know if it's WWE's fault or if it's the wrestler's fault. Jordan Grace has fallen.
What is
flat.
up with that?
I was never a fan to begin with.
Completely flat.
Yeah, never a fan to begin with. For what it's worth, she's still doing her best on her own social media, still plugging away. I always see like her stuff popping up, but yeah, I haven't seen her on NXT TV. I feel like ever. They had that little run with Blake Monroe, and then
she just disappeared.
She was in the Iron Survivor thing that they did, which of course, she lost.
Who ended up winning the thing? So Ruka, or is she the champ?
Keegan. Can't remember her last name.
Shoot.
I had this conversation with Aaron Shallon the other day when we were doing during Bulls. It's just like, obviously gone are the days of like, wrestling gimmicks like the Repo Man. It's like right. Obviously it's just these guys' names now. That's what I thought that was really funny for him to point out, considering he's not like the hugest wrestling fan. Like, you got it, like
Vader
or anything like that.
The only gimmick,
Jack Turriel. It's just like these guys' names.
The only gimmick thing right now in all of WWE is the Wyatt Six.
Yeah, that's it.
Basically,
I mean, they control the weather. I mean, Aleister Black does that little, talking in riddles kind of thing too. But yeah, the only one that's like has mystical power seems to be the Wyatt Six.
I mean, I'm very interested to see some things going down. I have to make my college. You and I are going to have to sit down
to make your college
like early Friday.
Yeah, definitely.
And sit if I can log on here. I tried to log on yesterday so we could do it, and it.
Oh yeah, Notre Dame opting out of the Pop-Tart Bowl. Is that not like the Catholics' like ultimate? You're watching.
Listen to this.
You're watching a Pop-Tart getting sacrificed, dies, resurrected, and then they eat his body and blood. Is that not what the Catholics idolize? Am I missing something?
Is that not the greatest thing you've ever heard in your life?
Oh, Nick, I love you so much, man. That's fantastic.
He said it yesterday.
Oh, that is awesome.
Did you say it on the show yesterday? Oh my god. He said it yesterday, and I was just like, oh my god, that is so brilliant.
Not very often do the Catholics pull out to begin with, but on top of it, they're doing it in this bowl game that they should love and idolize, but
you would think.
Apparently, they're getting 4 full-grown Pop-Tarts for this one. I don't know if you guys heard. There's gonna be a lot of big Pop-Tarts.
It's the best. It's the best non-playoff bowl.
Yeah.
In existence right now.
Yeah. And it probably will make the playoff, I'm sure, at some point. Like, it feels destined for that. But it just like that whole thing. And I've listened to every interview at this point of Pete Bavacqua, the AD.
The AD is an
he is going to get sued by the ACC.
Oh yeah.
He is asking for defamation lawsuits to come against him from the because how can you be in a joint conversation with the ACC? I should be doing this on You're Killing Me Smalls, but like, how can you say you're going to be? This is the same thing as like, hey, I really want to date you. Oh, I just want to be friends, and then you get mad at them for just you friend zoning them. Like, no, you can't do that. I'm sorry, you can't be mad at them because all of a sudden you're like, well, I just wanted to be friends, but I want you to treat me the same way you were when you wanted to date me. Yeah. No, it's either you're a couple or you're separate. You can't say, well, it's a situationship. That's what we got going on here. No, you join the ACC, join the Big Ten, join the American Conference if you want, or shut up and be your own thing, and don't be so disgruntled about the fact you don't make the playoff.
Yeah, I was kind of on the side of just neutral reaction. I had no idea who this guy was, the AD, and then
everybody knows who he is.
Slowly as I'm pulling audio for work, I'm like, this is getting. He does not sound very.
It got so bad that Kurt Bavacqua, who is a former MLB player, had to come up and say, I have no relation to this guy whatsoever. Please stop badgering me like he's my brother. It's so, oh my God. I can't believe that. I mean, this is the most pristine, like, university.
Whoa!
And now they do this. It's just
huge
insane.
Breaking news.
What do we got?
ESPN sources. Michigan has fired head coach Sherman Moore. Whoa!
Wow.
Per Pete Thamel and Dan Wetzel.
Okay.
Well, that's legit then.
That's Schefter.
If that's Schefter and that's Thamel putting on the reporting too, that's That's real news. That's legit. Wow. Sharon Moore's out at. So then Bryce Young maybe threatened to go to the portal, and that might have cost some stuff because I heard there was a 50-50 shot he goes to the portal. Oh, God, that's a good question. It's going to have to be a name. It's going to have to be. You're going to have to pay somebody.
Who do you go get this late?
Yeah, that's a side scratcher.
I would say Lincoln Riley, but I don't think he's going.
He's getting the reaction from you just reading it there. It didn't seem like he was on a hot seat at all.
No.
They had a 9-3 season?
Yeah, they were winning. It's just the freshman quarterback did not play well.
Okay.
And they obviously didn't beat Ohio State, but it's the first time in 4 years, whatever 4
it is.
Years. But it's a different coach, no Jim Harbaugh. It's his first time ever coaching against Ohio State.
Wow.
That's a shocker.
Yeah.
So my guess is because I was hearing the rumor that their quarterback, Bryce Underwood, the freshman star guy, was possibly going to enter the portal. So my interpretation is that that must have been true then, because then maybe that forced their hand.
Yikes. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know who they could go get then. But that's a big shakeup. This late in the game, too. That's a big shakeup.
Hold on.
That unless they got it wrong or he's suspended or something.
Yeah, that's
a real.
That just seems like a huge moment. That's a huge moment to have this late in the season. You do that at the end, like at the very end of the year.
I should text Detroit Nick and be like, "Did they just fire?" Oh wait, here we go. On Sports, Schefter. Yeah, On Sports has got it too.
All right, then
On 3 Sports has got it. Michigan has fired head coach Sharon Moore.
Wow. That's nuts.
In other news, Russell Wilson reacting to a tweet that was brought up. Mitch Ritter goes, 2017 through 2020, Russell Wilson would be the best QB in NFL if he played today. And then Russell Wilson quote retweeted and said, "Man, I got to get back to the balling and being me, back to my first 10. It's time to go dark."
God.
What the hell? Time to go dark.
Is he going with Aaron Rodgers to the dark room? Is that what's happening? Oh my God. Jesus.
What the
Why
hell?
is he so corny? Why is he so...
Let's ride.
Oh my God, dude. It's just...
Watch out.
Retire.
It's spicy.
We had an interesting conversation. Let me ask this question, because this was a question that was, or a list that was brought up on Bet Sweats, which was an interesting segment. Top 5 most washed quarterbacks of all time.
Most washed quarterbacks of all time?
Washed. Like they had a really great career and then all of a sudden, boom.
Ooh.
Would Russell Wilson not be on that list?
Oh, yeah, he would.
Definitely.
Maybe no particular order. I'll go Russell Wilson. I'll throw Ben Roethlisberger up there.
Yes,
towards the tail
I agree
end.
with that.
Cam Newton had that awful season for New England.
Cam Newton was number 1 on both of their lists.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree with that.
I mean, he went from MVP. It literally, that fumble in the Super Bowl was the downfall of his entire career. I was going to say Matt Ryan real quickly, but I feel like he was consistently there. I think he's fine. So right now, I still have those 3 in there for sure.
Oh,
man.
Peyton Manning.
No. Okay, hold on.
That's it. You got to think about it. Not as Peyton Manning Colts.
He was not. He was not Peyton Manning in Denver when he was. Yeah.
Well, he had the MVP year 2013, and they lost to the Seahawks. 2014, he was okay, or he was around what he usually is.
That defense carried him.
Yeah, and then 2015, they just it was all defense, and then Osweiler with his heroic moment that paid him $75 million to the Texans because Bill O'Brien sat there going, trust me, he's a franchise quarterback. He's so big and so strong. Trust me, I know these guys. I can do it. He's totally Tom Brady. Really?
And I'll get rid of DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, for David Johnson.
Brutal.
God. I'm trying to think.
Rodgers is that an honorable mention?
I mean, you could put Rodgers in honorable mention for sure.
Yeah, because this is like one of his lowest, if not the lowest year he's had, I think, in his career.
I mean, he did throw for 284 last week, but
he's done that plenty of times,
and had a rushing touchdown,
which he was gassed on. He had to.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Did Kaepernick have a good enough good season to?
I think
even say he was like
he skyrocketed high, but it was like a bottom rocket.
I would just say flash in the pan.
Yeah. Eli was always like inconsistent. That's the thing. Like he had those seasons where he would have like 25 touchdowns and 20 picks, but they would make the playoffs, and then in the playoffs he would just be outstanding.
He's also an Iron Man. He played like 1,000, 500 straight games,
something like that.
Somebody brought up Joe Montana.
I was kind of thinking that. I just didn't. That's kind of outside my realm.
He wasn't the same dude when he went to Kansas City.
KC Montana probably.
I was gonna say maybe Johnny Unitas. I know that's going back because at the end there,
somebody brought up Joe Namath.
Yeah, Joe Namath is another one because Namath ended with the Rams and that was bad.
Was it Rams? Oh yeah, it was Rams.
And then Unitas ended with the Chargers and that was terrible too. Like that was awful.
I would put Namath in. Maybe again, far beyond my time. I feel like he's one of the most overrated.
There's
football players.
That's an argument that I can definitely get behind too.
He gets basically one year of gets that big upset.
He got famous because he opened up. He was the first talker. in NFL and went out and said we are going to win this game, and they were a heavy under.
I mean, when you win the Super Bowl in New York, especially for the
I'm wearing pantyhose.
Yeah, right. You can milk that for the rest of your life, which he has, clearly.
By the way, I learned something new today about how football players deal with severe cold.
Mm-hmm.
How so?
Vaseline on their bodies.
Oh, you never heard of that?
No, I haven't.
Like insulator, yeah.
Never knew.
Yeah, my grandpa taught me that one where it was like you put Vaseline on the socks and then you put another pair of socks over them and then you put them in your shoes. Like that's what he taught me. Like, and then it like melts essentially and creates heat.
Yeah,
some kind of friction.
It's
weird.
Yeah.
It's not comfortable. I will say that. I tried it once. I'm like, I can't.
Squishy.
Yeah, it feels slimy.
He told me that too for baseball, and I'm like, this does not help me at all. This makes me feel like I'm gonna slip.
I feel like Phil Necro. Greatest knuckleball pitcher of all time.
Ben Gay all over you without telling people.
You've seen Major Leagues, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Think about the old time.
He's that guy, Chris Lardall. Yeah, sometimes put a little chili pepper in my nose and wipe my nose a little bit. Put snot on the ball.
Yeah, you get like 3 inches on my curveball. Great.
Oh man. God, it's good stuff. Anything else you guys got? I mean, for
any movies we're looking forward to coming out?
I can't
during this Christmas season. No Red 1 this year. Thought there'd be a Red 2 by now.
I'm not watching that movie.
Anaconda?
Again. I am a little intrigued for Anaconda. I am a little intrigued for that because I'm a big fan of. It's bad. It's a bad movie. The first one's a bad movie.
It's gonna be a bad movie.
But this is
I don't remember seeing it. I just remember the CGI Anaconda being so just brutal.
No. Are you talking about the new Anaconda?
I was talking
about the original
early 2000s one.
The old,
with
there's a new one.
Oh, okay.
Jack Black, Paul Rudd.
Well, it's based off of the making of this movie.
Okay, is it supposed to be a comedy?
It's like a comedy
thriller.
The whole idea
suspense.
is like they love the movie, so they want to remake the movie, and then they start living the movie. Spoilers, but that's the whole thing. It's like we went to go make
a couple of
we went to go make the movie, and then all of a sudden it's like
all right,
big snake.
It's official. The mothership has announced it as well. Michigan has fired their head coach.
There it is.
Okay, something's in the works.
Went wrong.
Something's in the works at Michigan too.
They know some coach that they want.
Jim Harbaugh last another season with Michigan.
I got one for you.
Okay.
Baltimore sucks. Could they bring in John Harbaugh?
Wow. Would Baltimore fire John Harbaugh?
If they don't make the playoffs, the question has to be asked at this point.
If we ask the question for Tomlin, I think you got to ask it for John Harbaugh. They're the two most longest tenured coaches in NFL history. Like, at this point, neither one of them have sniffed a Super Bowl in a long time.
And just so everybody knows, every Pittsburgh Steeler fan is pissed.
Yeah.
Pissed that they beat Baltimore. And you never hear that.
I love that. Oh, come on, we won. Come on, God. Seriously, another year with this guy? Like,
all the Yinzers freaking out.
Oh, all the Yinzers are freaking out, man. Oh,
God,
that was one of the funniest little things that happened in Penn State. Just Tyler looking at me out of nowhere. Why does everybody have a Southern draw? And I was like, it's not a Southern draw, dude. What do you mean? It's Yinzer.
It's for some reason it's only in this state. I don't know what it is.
Only certain sections of the state.
I should say, yeah, it's only certain sections of the state. It's weird. It's so weird to listen to. It's like here in Illinois, like people say like there's an accent between Chicago and then the South, and I'm like, well, yeah, I can understand that for sure.
We have an example that sits in this chair
tell me about
every week of how that accent doesn't match if you go, I don't know, to Carbondale.
Yeah. He opened his mouth up wide enough the L train would come flying out of that thing, I swear.
It's also pretty like minor when the WGCI and they all come in here and they do these script reads.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot I'm gonna butcher the guy's name, but Leon Rogers had pointed out like, all right, when you come up, don't come up with your Chicago voice. Come up with like your regular, like, and you could like I said, you can definitely hear it in a lot of contestants. A lot of people trying like, oh man, like I can tell exactly what stop you get off at the loose.
see, that's what I appreciate about growing up where I didn't have parents from Illinois.
Yeah,
they beat as my mom used to call it, all the Pennsyltucky talk out of me. So I knew me my proper English. So yeah, my accent only comes out if I drink.
Oh, that's funny.
I've heard it a couple times. It was trust me, it threw me for a curveball when he did it first time, and I was like, "Who are you?" Like this was not the same Double D I knew. And but I mean, I'm the same way though. My parents for the longest time were like, "You got to knock it off," and eventually I learned like, "Yes, there's my professional voice, and yeah, there's my Chicago voice."
Oh, that's
like,
bad because when I get drunk, I turn Chinese. I'm sorry, that doesn't happen. That would be pretty funny though.
Oh my God, I was ready for that.
I was going Russian, but
yeah, I was
all right, whatever.
I mean, the Spanish comes out of me every once in a while.
Any.
The only, the shows that we already talked about. Obviously, we are all caught up on Stranger Things, and we'll see how that kind of plays out. But I see a lot of Landman that Billy Bob Thornton keeps popping up in my.
He loves it.
I love it.
It's going to take me a while to watch it because just like Yellowstone, when everybody talks about how great it is, I don't want to watch it.
He doesn't like Billy Bob Thornton either.
I don't like Billy Bob Thornton.
Really?
That surprised me.
I'm not like
You've never seen Sling Blade either, which is appalling.
Monsters Ball.
That's a good movie.
No way Billy Bob Thornton ever gets a hot chick like Halle Berry.
Well,
unless she's got issues.
You have Angelina.
Once again,
Angelina Jolie.
This is also the same. This is also the same woman that kissed her brother.
Oh boy.
Oh man,
lucky brother.
Yeah.
No, I mean between Landman and then on HBO Max, which I haven't yet seen it. The Chair Company.
Oh, I love that show.
Obviously, yeah.
I love
What
it.
is that?
I love Tim Robbins.
Explain it to me.
So you know who Tim Robbins
Yes,
is?
I
He's the
love
comedian.
Tim Robbins.
If you've watched his show on Netflix, which is I Think You Should Leave, it's basically that, but put into like a story form. So it's a lot of like weird quips. It's very, I would say, there's a little niche humor to it.
Oh yeah,
he's
anything with him, it's very like
he's a very distinctive style to how he does comedy.
Okay,
but it's because it's like a subtle kind of like funny, but it's so dumb
Dry?
and stupid. Yeah, it's kind of
bit,
dry,
yeah.
but it's just dumb and stupid stuff that comes out of nowhere that just it hits perfectly. There's a little bit of like that Monty Python-esque feel to it. Like it's got this little he's got a charm to himself as a comedian that I love. I think Nick, you could say
I loved him in the Detroiters and stuff like that. So
that's a great show.
All of his stuff that I've seen him in, I've always laughed at. Yeah, so like I said, I'm a big fan. I can understand if somebody's not. If that's not their cup of tea, because it could get a little extreme. It could get like uncomfortable, like watching that.
It gets a little weird into like show sometimes too. But.
Yeah, if you can't deal with like cringe comedy a little bit, it can kind of get you. From my understanding, it's the character. He breaks a chair and wants to just not have that embarrassment ever happen.
Are we talking cringe comedy as in
like
American Pie, or are we talking cringe comedy as in Chad Powers?
I wouldn't say Chad Powers. I would say more on the level of American Pie,
where it's cringe, but it's funny cringe.
Yeah, In this. Yeah, the whole
and they're not beating you over the head with penis jokes.
Yeah, no, that's not the case here. Okay. This is where the whole premise on this is that he breaks a chair and basically becomes so targeted on like this. I got to figure out why this chair broke, and it basically it goes way above and beyond just like him trying to figure out a chair.
Yeah,
like it
goes a little suspended at work today.
Yeah, right. Okay. It goes so far above and beyond like anything.
Nice.
I can't wait. I still have to watch the last episode that came out. I think there's 10 episodes. They're on episode 8 right now.
I will give you a couple suggestions if you like the Paramounts. Tulsa King is fantastic.
I heard you talk about that one.
Mayor of Kingstown may have had the greatest addition to their cast in season 3 of any show I've ever seen.
I have not seen the new season yet.
Edie Falco.
Really?
As the new warden.
Interesting.
Oh, it's so good.
Interesting. I like that. She
plays a bad guy.
Oh, okay. That's usually when she's at. Her anti-hero is always like...
Oh, no anti-hero.
Oh, this is straight up bad.
From The Sopranos.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen her in Nurse Jackie, too. Which
Nurse
is
Jackie
really
was
good
phenomenal.
show.
Yeah.
She kills it.
Underrated show from Showtime.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. She's she's one of the reasons why The Sopranos I think is so good because of her
100%.
Her back and forth
with Tony
is just impeccable. It's so good. I will cut you where you stand. It's so good. The fact that you could just fly off the wheel like that. Trying to think what other shows can I recommend just real quick off the time we've got?
I've been doing a lot of food shows lately.
Yeah.
Actually, Braun Strowman eats everything off the menu.
Is it not good?
Is it good? It's not that bad.
Okay,
It is.
check it out.
I might be wrong. It's kind of. I feel like it's like Man versus Food without the without the challenge at the end. He literally just.
He orders everything off the menu and
goes
picks
to one
his favorite
place.
thing.
Yeah,
okay.
Goes to this place, highlights it, eats something. Goes to this place, highlights it, eats something. Goes to one last big one. I gotta order everything off the menu, and then eats like a sampling of everything off the menu. Which it's done pretty well. I think it's organized pretty nice.
Chicago too.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
The first one I caught was Milwaukee.
Ooh,
which again, same deal. They went and got cheese curds with him and his niece or something like that.
I'll just recommend this off of YouTube. I don't know if you guys know Man Meets Food at all, or Beard Meets Food.
Yes,
Beard Meets Food.
He's amazing.
He is amazing. I don't know if you've seen him at all. Beard Meets Food. I used to love Man versus Food.
Yes.
So this is like a thing finally coming back to me. Yes, he is. The fact that he kills everything he does, which is amazing.
Effortlessly.
Yes.
He's always doing jokes. It's always like a small town. So it's like a grandpa and a grandpa watching him just scarf down this 10-pound like omelet.
It's crazy. And stuff always looks amazing.
Oh, yeah.
That looks fantastic.
Oh, we have
Sorry,
more?
I hate
more
to
breaking?
do this, but
There's more breaking news? Come on.
Michigan fired head coach. Inappropriate relationship led to termination.
Oh yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but hearing a positive record and just coming out of the blue did kind of seem like there would have been a little bit on the no end.
Oh,
this kind of screams like something like when the Bears let go of that defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
like,
Williams.
just kind of let it go. No words, no nothing.
Oh boy, that
could be a little.
Well, maybe Bryce is going to enter the transfer portal. This is going to have major
This
repercussions.
might blow Michigan up for a couple years.
Sorry, Hunter.
Oh boy. Yeah. God.
Just have to see how Hunter's doing.
If only Hunter would. If only we could get his reaction.
I want to see Portnoy's reaction.
Ooh, jeez.
Maybe something to wrap this up. What was your guys' Spotify Wrapped or YouTube recap? What was your listening age? Did you guys do that?
I did not do it.
My YouTube recap, I think I was at like 27, 28.
Okay.
Something. I have a good mix of the new with the old, but I also go pretty far back. I go to like some of the. I have like 20s and 30s music in my thing too. So I don't listen to that often, but if I did, I'd probably be like 50, 70.
I don't listen to Spotify that much. I get in my moods where it's music, but lately it's just been like as a radio function, I will just plug my phone in and play like a show that I've seen a million times, and I'm just listening to that as I drive because it's more calming for me.
I was at age 50 for my Spotify.
Really?
I listen to
you and my son.
I listen to a lot of like 90s and 80s on mine.
okay.
A lot of Slayer and Metallica.
Yeah.
So
Which disappointed me when you said you were listening to a lot of 90s stuff and it came up 50. I'm like, really?
Yeah, I know.
Like I listened to a lot of that music too, and that's where I'm at right now. I'm in that range.
Shut it. There's nothing wrong with being 50 years old.
Absolutely.
For my YouTube recap, however, in my top 5 at number 2 was, thanks to the Outdoor Boys, survival and hunting tips. So watching those hour-long, those guys are the best, and I'm glad he's getting those last couple ones in.
Oh, is that the guy that retired that's now coming back because he's like,
well, I don't think he's coming back. He put up like 3 more unfinished videos that are going to be like almost an hour long. So he's kind of just helping the people. But me and Scotty found out he's like running for like Alaskan like Senate or something like that.
Oh, him too.
So he's a lawyer.
Guy.
He's a lawyer. So
Oh,
that's how this all that's how I'm pretty sure that's how he was able to pay for
that's better than
all his adventures.
Than Vince, whatever his name is, the ShamWow guy running for
Well, he did the sexual scandal before and then became a politician, where most of them do it the other way.
Well, he had that whole thing. He was doing another product for advertisements, and he's like, it could even clean up your record or something like that.
there we
he
go.
put that in like as a part of the commercial.
He's been a good sport with it.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently, he's a little nutso, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for Off the Rails, and that's going to do it for Blow the Whistle. I hope you guys have really enjoyed yourselves. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad we could get this out to you guys. I'm glad I could be here with my boys talking some wonderful sports and some other good stuff as well, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
And obviously, if you want to check us out anymore, we're at Blow T Whistle 1 on all the stuff. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and of course TikTok too. If you guys want to answer any more questions or comments and throw it to us, it's at almost threw out the wrong one. Yeah, sorry.
Almost threw out the wrong brand, bro.
At blowtwhistleradio@gmail.com. I'm so used to it. I apologize. Make sure to send the questions and comments there too. I have a bunch of questions too loaded up for some time when we can do like mailbag at some point in the near future when football finally ends. And also too, guys, make sure as well to follow us right here as well on sportsdownchicago.com every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, where we go live at 2:00 p.m. Central Time. I think that's all the social medias, right? I haven't done this in a while, so I'm just double checking.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, stay positive, be positive, and positive things will happen to you, and surround yourself with positive people as well. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the week. We'll see you on Friday. And from me, Andrew Pepe Valentin,
David Double D Dykstra,
no gimmicks, Nick Johnston.
Thank you all so much for listening and watching. We'll see you guys on Friday for another fantastic show. Peace out, everybody.
This is your home for sports.
It's the best fans in the world.
No better team.
SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car,